Good morning, Sierra Leoneans. Good morning, everybody. We did come across this video. First of all, this is a video where I don't take up the venture for begin make series of concerning something where I read for the country. We talk about the proportional representation na the executive arm of government. Actually, as a political science student, a public administration government policy student, where we dey certain keywords, we can sit down, now we corner, we memorize, we articulate, and we try for bring some facts and views which we think of. And I believe say this na part of what they call governance criticisms or governance analysis. Anyhow we call them. So my name na Alhaji Alpha Bangura. I'm a citizen of Sierra Leone. I'm based in the United States. I come on at the Northwest region, going to Potloko town, Potloko city. This interests me most for I just deliberate on certain issues. For implement a proportional representation na the executive system of government, it can make sense. It's very necessary. It's very important. But certain areas then they where we as citizens of Sierra Leone, the ordinary man, the middle class, the wealthy, the educated, the businessman, the farmers, the religious group, and all walks of life that the country they need to understand. But we don't go into the higher cadre of education. Certain times somebody they talk. The majority they welcome am. But if you sit down, you do your analysis, they really learn some sense inside. And me, I do a research, thorough research, where I would bring them series then day as we dey go, because we know say this don't dey at the stage now where government want for maybe take them to a higher level. The president don't talk in a parliament. And members of parliament maybe then deeper debate on them. But for let the debates go more, me back thought and say maybe by sharing a video there, make me your input, people will begin get an understanding within this mean. So to me on side, for implement a PR system and the executive arm of government is very important. But I dey look into around two aspects for now. If na a PR system where they use the citizen-centered executive approach is very necessary. What you mean? Meaning the citizen-centered approach involve every Sierra Leonean. So what they tell we they say for create a PR system, now the executive arm of government, it require nothing but for go beyond what we call traditional party based allocation. Meaning it only for put party interest inside. But what they put the national government first. Now that we say. And it for be a direct representation mechanism we dey use. And how we dey use them? One, we say, for establish the executive council with members before they implement a PR system at the executive arm of government. We dey recommend say if you want them to be a national acceptance system, we forget an establishment of a member council, executive council of members. Where the members then they select them through which we call a democratic stratification, meaning a democratic process. Now, so then they select them rather than if they use a party baseline. So, if the deliberation for a PR system they go on, it don't mean say only the APC or the SLPP party will bring the idea. Now they no more for deliberate on this, then based on party line. Yes, now the two major political parties, but no, in this case, this for be a responsibility for every Sierra Leoneans. So, one political analyst, he put in your voice na ya, what he say, and in your theory, we are go share. So, in name na Ellen Landemore. Ellen Landemore na in your book where we call Open Democracy. He give it the framework, like something we don't design already for law work on now. So he give it this framework, and we in say with democratic legitimacy, meaning if we use the democratic rule, the principle of democracy, we believe say as they define already, democracy, a government of the people, for the people, by the people. So now that's it mean. So that democratic legitimacy, it come out from what we call an inclusion, meaning it involve every member, an inclusion of diverse representation. So as I begin this now, every member, he be farmer, he be all walks of life. So you forget that representation of them people then they with different opinion, with different view, rather than it put on what we call majoritarian choice. Like the members of parliament, maybe they go argue say they elect them from all parts of the country. So meaning na they no more for take this. So you no need for be into that majoritarian choice, not to the majority view. When a view we they get from all walks of life, for they work on them. That are the first point. The second point, we are the most important thing na the accountability. But we know the good there. Ellen, he also gives Naya with arguments say better decision they come out from that direct democracy when decision makers, the one the way they make the law, way they make decision policy, when they reflect, when they remember, say the idea of different people them is necessary and very important. You see, you think the idea of all Sierra Leoneans, whether home and abroad, the idea of all is very necessary, because that idea it counts to the 8.2 or 7 million Sierra Leoneans. So that are the first. So the second video, they can go with the accountability and responsiveness. So you go share, you educate, whether if you say get for educate.